from the engine compartment. If you don't know what it is, you take it to a professional so that they'll diagnose to know exactly where the noise is coming from and they fix it for you.
Okay. Listen to your car, pay attention to your car. It's important that you know what is going on with your car, and that is the only way you can even go to the mechanic. But there are some common mistakes that car owners and drivers make before they finally remember that, oh, they have to visit a mechanic. In case you just tuned in, this is Top Gear on Eagles FM Abuja, and today we are discussing some common mistakes that car owners make before visiting the mechanic. I have here with me the operations manager of Pasgays Automotive Repair Services here in Abuja, Mr. Pascal Uge. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us once again.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, you can also be a part of the show by giving us a call on 090-7353-0044 or 090-9705-4450. Be a part of the show. You can call us. Do you have questions, observations, or anything at all? So long as it's related to the topic we are discussing today, why not give us a call? We have a professional in the building who is ready to take on your questions. So give us a call or send us a message on WhatsApp on 090-9705-4450. The other number to call us is 090-7353-0044. Still Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and this is Top Gear. Okay, now let's come back to some practices that may not look harmful, but they are quite harmful in the long run. There are some practices that some car owners or drivers do that looks like it's normal, especially in this part of the world, but are not really normal. Now let's talk about this coolant, where people use water. Some people use water. I've come to learn over time that it is wrong for you to use just ordinary water in your vehicle. There is something like coolant and all of. So some of these practices, for instance, for that, and then any other one that you might want our listeners to actually know.
Okay, like using coolant. Coolant is the best thing that you can use inside your engine. One of the reasons for, like, coolant falls under the cooling system of a vehicle, because the heat generated inside any combustion engine is always very, very high. That's why the cooling system was designed to reduce the heat. So inside your engine, they are all metal components. Using only water is wrong, and one of the reasons is water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. The temperature inside your engine is far above 100 degrees centigrade. When you are using only water, as the engine gets hot, the water will escape in form of vapor. So there are reasons for using coolant. One of them is coolant contains anti-rust. Because if water comes in contact with metal in the presence of air, rust will form. So if you look inside the water gallery of any engine that uses only water, you see rust inside, and when there's too much of rust, it reduces the surface area of cooling. Your engine will not get the cooling that it really deserves. So it's always advisable to use only coolant. It contains anti-rust, it contains antifreeze, and is the best fluid to use in the entire cooling system of your engine. Yes.
Okay. Is there any other
common practice is the idea of you hear when they bring in a car into the country, you hear something like mechanic will say, "Oga, you don't remove the thermostat. Remove the thermostat from the car." That is the normal ideology of most of the Nigerian mechanics. Removing the thermostat from the cars, and they'll tell you that the car was not designed for our weather. Thermostat is not good for our weather. It's not good. One of the major effects of removing a car's thermostat is you will definitely be having high fuel consumption. So many people don't know.
Wow.
Yes, many people don't know this.
So why would the mechanic just say remove this
because
thermostat?
They don't know the principle behind why the thermostat was put inside the car's engine. You understand? Though the thermostat, if it fails, because it works with the temperature of the engine, that is the coolant. So if it fails, it will prevent coolant from coming into your radiator for cooling. It can make your car to overheat. So if you are experiencing overheating or increase in temperature, you take your car to a mechanic that will be able to diagnose, to know the actual cause of that overheating. If the thermostat is part of it, is to replace it, not removing it. And when the thermostat is removed, most times they will make your cooling fan to be working directly. When you turn on the ignition, the fan will be coming on. It's not supposed to be like that. If your fan is always on, when the ignition is on, it weakens the fan motor. Over time, you'll be replacing your fan. Yeah, my fan engine don't spoil. My fan engine don't spoil. So there are a lot of wrong practice. Another one is overinflation of your tire. Yes, many people just drive to the roadside vulcanizer. You hear, okay, I put 40 for you, I put 50. It's wrong. Every car has the specific tire pressure that is required, and it's always there in the car. That's why I always emphasize on the manual. Check your manual. Then on every car, if you open the driver's door pillar, you see a sticker there that tells you your tire size, the recommended tire pressure. Because if your tires are overinflated, it leads to a blowout. Maybe you enter a pothole suddenly while driving. Your tire will blow out. It will burst suddenly. So you always do things according to specification. There are many wrong practices. Using the wrong engine oil is another thing. Every car engine, the manufacturer specified the oil that is supposed to be used in terms of the viscosity. It's just like the human blood. If you are group O, they will not give you A because you will not function well. The same thing applies to car. Then many people drive their car for years. They only concentrate on changing the engine oil, forgetting about the transmission fluid. That is your gear oil. Yes, that is another area. And gear oil too. In changing your gear oil, you have to be very specific. Each manufacturer specify the particular gear oil that will work best for their own system. So that is what manual is very, very important. Manual is very, very important. Or if you don't have time for the manual, your mechanic should know what is best for the maintenance of your car. Yeah.
Okay. As from everything you said, it's like whatever you are looking for in your vehicle is there, and even if it's not there, you have to ask questions, the right questions to the right people, the professionals. Now, you said that sometimes some of these things look harmless, but in the long run, you see that your car that would have lasted for a while goes off. It packs off because you are not doing the right thing. And I love the fact that you referenced the human body. I always keep saying it, that a car could be likened to a human body because you are using that car almost every day, and you're expecting it to function well, even when you're doing some things that do not just sit well. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm hoping that someone listening to us out there will be able to relate to some of these practices, and they would know that as much as it looks harmless, it might just be harmful to your car's efficiency. Okay, now let's talk about the poor maintenance culture. I know sometimes some people, so long as their car is going, so long as it doesn't break down, they don't have a reason to visit the mechanic. So long as the car does not break down, they are going. Some people, since they bought their vehicles, they can't remember the last time they went to the mechanic. It might look like it's not true, but it's a fact. What do you have to say about the poor maintenance culture when it comes to vehicle ownership in Nigeria?
There are a lot of poor maintenance culture. Where you really see this thing coming up is the commercial drivers. When you travel now, there you see a lot of breakdowns on the road because of poor maintenance culture. A lot of breakdowns. And when these breakdowns happen, let's take for instance big trucks. They carry goods worth millions of naira. And imagine a truck engine failing on the highway.
Honestly,
it takes more than a month before this truck can be fixed and returned back to duty. A lot of things will happen. Many people will be waiting for their goods. If they are perishable goods, they will go bad. So the poor maintenance culture is one of the things that is killing motorists in Nigeria. Many people, you don't wait for your car to break down before you take it to the mechanic. Just like yesterday I said, preventive maintenance.
Yes.
And that's, I always go back to the manual. The manual will tell you there are some things that you do when you are driving your car severely. There are some things that you do when you are driving normally. Like I will tell you that many people have been driving their car for years without changing the air filter. Just like we said, The car is likened to the human body.
Yes.
It breathes clean air, and the air filter is what filters the air that goes into your car. So neglecting your air filter change is very, very dangerous to the health of your car and performance of your car. So the poor maintenance culture. For you to understand how to maintain your car, you need to, one, the car you bought. A car of 2005, the maintenance of that car cannot be the same like a car, let's say 2013.
Yeah.
So you need to understand your car. Probably your mechanic needs to understand the technology behind your car. Like before now, there are some cars that, okay, you want to check the oil, you just remove the dipstick, you know the oil level. But newer cars now, they don't even have dipstick. They don't even have the dipstick. Your oil gauge that you bring out from the engine to see the level of your oil. Even the transmission, that is the gearbox, used to have a dipstick to gauge the oil. But newer cars of nowadays, they don't have them.
Okay, so how would you now know?
They are purely electronically controlled. That is why I said mechanics need to be updated. There are some cars, like I worked on one particular car one other time. You put in the engine oil, you need to start the car, park it on a level ground, press some buttons on the car, the engine will now gauge the oil on its own. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So you need to know the technology behind, or your mechanic needs to know the technology behind the car you are driving, so that it can maintain it properly for you. And you on your own that is spending money to buy good cars, you need to also understand some basic things that you can relate to your mechanic. And most of all this information is always inside the vehicle's manual. It will tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Yes.
What to do, when to do, and how to do it. Very important. It's not just about buying a car. You need to know the car you're going for. Apart from the fact that you need to have a reliable professional that is looking at your car, even you, there is common knowledge that you need to have about your vehicle, so that at least you need to do something. And that is why we have first aid at home. Before you go to the hospital, at least our mothers would know what to do. Before maybe there's a cut on a child's body, they know that let's put a little bit of bandage before we take you to the hospital, or go take you to see a physician rather. So these are some of the things that you need to put into consideration. But we'll be back to this conversation after we go head out for a break. When we come back from the break, we'll continue right here. It is Top Gear on Eagles FM Abuja. Please keep listening to Eagles FM.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Whether you're flying for a family celebration or a much-needed reunion, fly Emirates and start your holiday on board. Explore up to 6,500 channels of entertainment, including live sport. Stay connected with onboard Wi-Fi. Enjoy special meals and toys for kids, and relax in comfort with world-class service all the way. Choose from over 150 destinations, including Dubai, India, the UK, and USA. Book now at Emirates.com. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Do you want to know about cars? Everything about cars, from purchase to maintenance and even road use. Don't go too far. Listen to Top Gear on Eagles 102.3 FM every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Top Gear, let's give you a spin.
Good to have you back here on Eagles FM Abuja. Still Top Gear, our car and road safety show on Eagles FM Abuja. I have here with me Mr. Pascal Uge of Pasgay's Automotive Repair Services here in Abuja, Nigeria. And today we are looking at some of the common mistakes that car owners or motorists make before they remember to reach out to their mechanics. And so far, Mr. Pascal has been doing so much justice to this conversation. Thank you once again, sir. Now let's talk about your company, Pasgay Automotive Repair Services.
Okay, like I said yesterday, we are practicing mechanical engineers, trying our best to make sure that Nigerians drive good and well-performing cars. We are located at Garki 2 off Muhammadu Buhari Way after Presidential Amala. The popular landmark is Old CBN area, Nipos, FCT Police Command. That's the popular landmark. And now you can reach us on 070 30 95 1524. 070 30 95 1524. We also have a page on Facebook where you can log in to see some of our posts that we talk about car maintenance and a lot of things we teach about car. The page is Auto Repair Consultant on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Pascal. Just before we wrap up, do you have a summary or just a final word before we go off from the show this afternoon?
Okay. For car owners out there, we know that the motor vehicle have become one of the major means of transportation in our country. So taking good care of your car, if you take good care of your car very well, the car will also take good care of you on the road, especially on this festive season. Understand your car before going to buy a car. Either you are buying a brand new car or you are buying a fairly used car. If you are buying a fairly used car, go with somebody that understands this car, because there are a lot of cars that are packaged just to sell. From the day you start buying the car, it will be as if you have been bewitched from your village. So go with somebody that understands the car, so that you buy a good car that will serve you well. And also you need to understand your car. And also your mechanic, if you don't really have time to know things about your car, let your mechanic do. You bring your new car to the mechanic shop, your mechanic should be able to find time to gather some information about the basic maintenance needs of that your car. And when he or she tells you that this is what your car needs, please adhere to it and follow it. Definitely your car will last long and serve you better.
There you have it. Thank you so much, Mr. Pascal Uge of Pascal's Automotive Repair Services here in Abuja. You've heard it there from a professional. And well, for me, I will just wrap up by saying that it's one thing for you to own a car, it's another for you to avoid the small habits that cause big problems for your car. Do these things so that you don't spend more time under your car than inside your car. I'm hoping that you get to do the needful, because there are some people that since they bought their cars, they spend more time at the mechanic than they even use the car. So it's only for you to know the right thing to do. Like he said, even if you want to buy a fairly used car, there is nothing wrong with that. You just need to go with the right person. You need to go with the right authority, so that they would know that this car is not just rubbish packaged in form of a vehicle. Yes, it might look new from the outside, but is it really functional? Is it really going to be efficient for you? These are very good questions that you should ask for yourself. And for a first time buyer, I would say, especially if you're going for a budget, it's important that don't just go for the looks, don't go for the shiny ones that, oh, because it's shiny, it might not be what it seems to be. And this is where the professionals get to come in. Someone that will give a full diagnosis and would be able to tell you that this car is going to serve you well and efficiently. We wish you good luck and keep listening to Eagles FM Abuja. Thank you so much, Mr. Pascal Uge of Pascal Automotive Repair Services Abuja. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you too. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right, bye Abuja. Thank you, and keep listening to Eagles FM Abuja. Remember to join us again for another interesting episode of Top Gear here on Eagles FM Abuja. This is where we get to talk about not just your car, but also roads